Okay, so I've just arrived at the yard. I am going to feed all the ponies and do the general mucking out and stuff. Then I need to go and grab some bedding, some feed, because we're running low. We have like basically no bedding or feed left, which isn't great. Also, I'm still horseless and I kind of want to ride.
But the first thing we've got to do in the morning is to make up Maria's feed. So she just gets a cup of balancer and then some chaff, because unlike the boys, her feed doesn't get soaked overnight because it doesn't need to. So it's not soaked overnight. So yeah, she gets half a scoop of chaff, and then we're going to add some supplements and some water and a little bit of carrots for some vitamins and minerals and all that good stuff. And it just makes her happy. Then we'll get the boys' feeds out. So there's Tiny's in the red, and then Thunder had a little purple bucket. We'll just give them some carrots. That carrot was a bit big, so I did end up chopping it up because, I don't know, it was just a bit of a big carrot to give him. And then we'll just mix them up. So obviously this is sped up. I can't mix that fast. I didn't do a great job, but you know, at least everything is nice and combined, and then we'll stack them up and give them to the ponies. I find stacking up, it's easier to get them to them. So Thunder gets fed first because he's closest. That's literally the only reason. So yeah, he gets fed first, and then Tiny will be fed second. Tiny has his door closed overnight because of the wind and the rain and things like that, but as soon as we get to the yard, we'd like to open it so that he can stick his head out and, I don't know, I would say see all the sights, but he can't actually see, so he just gets his bucket, and then it's on to Maria. So Maria is fed last, and I just chuck her bucket in. And then she eats it quite happily. She does love her bucket and food. It's one of her favourite parts of the day. And then it's time to take off some rugs. So Thunder is wearing some rugs at night, and then so is Maria. And then we'll just pop them away. I'm going to grab Thunder's rugs right now. So because it was a little bit sunnier, he didn't have a neck on. So I thought I'd put this rug on, and then it's time to put the rugs away. So this is Maria's rug going up. They have like 2 sets of hooks, and then Thunder's go on these sets of hooks. So there's his sheet, and here's me considering that I should probably put another rug on Thunder because it is winter and he is a little bit skinny and so needs some more rugs to keep him warm. So I just got a purple sheet and then finished putting rugs away. As you can see, yeah, I'm putting 2 rugs on him. So there's his purple sheet and then his waterproof on top, just in case it rains, and then he'll be a little bit warmer.
You excited to go out the field? Okay, so now having fun. Should we go? Let's go.
Maria gets turned out first because we have to walk through Thunder's field to get to her field, but there's something a little bit different about the way we have to turn Maria out compared to the others, which is we have to give her a carrot, otherwise she would try and run off instantly as soon as we undo the buckle. So at least if she's got a carrot, she'll munch on that and give us time to get out the way so she doesn't kick us.
No, you ate it all. There's only one. Only 1 carrot. Go, have fun.
She is actually 18, believe it or not, but she still acts like she's a youngster.
You're a bit too close, mate.
Thunder is then the second to get turned out, so he just goes in this field here, which is next to Maria's field, as I think I already said. He is very sane to turn out because he is 10 years older than Maria. He is 28, although turning 29 this year, which is very exciting. And yeah, as we let him go, he just wanders off. Although today I was very happy. He actually decided to roll, and he can now roll all the way over. When we first got him back from loan, he couldn't. He could only roll on one side and didn't have enough energy and power to be able to do the full 180. So I'm so happy that he's back to being his normal self and is loving and enjoying life again. He's so cute. I love him so much. So cute. Last but definitely not least is Tiny. So his head collar is hung up on the same hook as Thunder's, and then I'm just going to pop it on. I do have to kind of kneel down on the floor to be able to put it on because he is, as his name suggests, a tiny little pony. He always looks very excited to go out the field though, more excited than any of the others, even Maria. I don't know if you can tell that by the look on his face. I always have to check his eyes just to see if they're all good and nothing's infected. If that is the all clear, then I can start undoing his gate, and then we can get him up to the field, which he absolutely loves.
All right, we're going. Hold your horses. I know.
So when he finally gets let out of the stable, we always have a trot up the field. He gets so excited about it, and you can always feel him like bubbling with energy to get ready to have his daily trot up and down from the field. And then because he's so small, he actually can fit underneath the electric, which might have been a bad thing to teach him because sometimes he does escape, but not at the moment, so that's okay. And then he just wanders off into his field. He is such a gorgeous boy, and I think he's one of the cutest there. They can't have favourites, but yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous. Thunder was actually having a drink, obviously because rolling is very exhausting. I also hardly ever seem to catch Thunder drinking, and so it was quite a moment. But anyway, we've got to do stuff in the stable yard now. Okay, so now all of the ponies have been turned out, it's time to start attacking their stables. Because they've been left in, it's kind of a big mess, so hopefully it won't take me too long, but it might do, I don't know. Luckily, because we use Orbeos, it doesn't actually take that long to do the beds. Saying that though, Thunder had walked his poo all throughout his stables, which meant it did take a little bit longer than usual. So anyway, to start with, I just took out the poo, and then I'm sweeping back all of the excess bedding behind the mats, because that's just how I do it, and then picking up all the hay that he's left behind and putting it in the wheelbarrow, because knowing Thunder, he just won't eat it ever. After that, I'm just going to go through the bed and pick out any little bits of poo that I miss, because he walks it all through and there are always little annoying bits left. And so once I've done that, then the stable is basically all done apart from some water and some hay and all that stuff. But Tiny's next, which is the same principle, just going through, getting the poo. Then we're going to sweep back the bed and get out all the hay. So bed's being swept back, taking all like the dirty hay stuff, which has all been walked in as well, out. So that's the pile at the front, which I'm putting into the wheelbarrow. Then I'm going to take down the hay and put some of the extra stuff in the wheelbarrow because he's not going to eat it. Going through, taking out the little bits of poo because he also can sometimes walk through his bed. And lastly is Maria, who is an absolute angel, and I love doing her bed because it's so easy. She rarely walks any of her poo into the rest of the bedding, and it's really quick to just go through and grab it all out. Sometimes she does actually poo on the ledges, but apart from that, she is an angel to muck out, and we love that. She also left a little bit of hay, and it's been sat there for like a day or so, and so I was like, she's not going to eat it, so I'll just chuck it out to the field and it'll be much easier. I'm going to level out her bed because it's not much that she walks through, and then after that, after I put this hay in the wheelbarrow, it's basically all done. Then I'm just going to grab some hay for the trip because Thunder needs some in his field because we're still trying to make him gain some weight. I don't know if you saw it, but you can still see his ribs. It's getting better, it is getting better. And then I'm just going to chuck that onto the wheelbarrow so that I can dump it in his field on the way up to the muck heap. So there it is. On the way there, I'm just going to pick it up, and in a minute you'll see me putting out. I do put it in a couple different piles. I didn't realise I filmed it in time-lapse though, and here he is digging in, enjoying his little treat. Maria did want some, but unfortunately she's a little bit fatter than Thunder, so I gave her a couple handfuls of grass because I still love her and I still want to give her treats and attention, so I gave her a second handful as well to make her happy. And then obviously, because it's very, very tiring work being that gorgeous and beautiful, she also decided to have a drink. So she has a little bit of play in the water, and then she had a nice long drink. I cut out so much of this footage because she was stood there for so long just drinking. But I gotta empty the wheelbarrow, so we just got a big pile of poo that's been here for a while, and we just dump it. We try to spread it out a little bit so it's not just a huge amount of poo. But yeah, that didn't really happen today, but I will go down and like spread it out so it's easier to manage. I don't know if that makes any sense. After I have dumped all the poo, it's just the water we've got to do. So most of the time we just end up chopping them up unless they're a little bit disgusting. Then we'll tip the water out and give them a good scrub so that the water and the bucket stay nice and clean. Today wasn't one of those days, so just chopping it up. The boys and Maria don't really tend to drink a huge amount, but anyway, it's time to wash out the feed buckets. As you can see, there are 4 feed buckets for 3 ponies, and that's because Thunder gets an extra bucket because he is a little bit underweight. So he just gets an extra bucket so that he can help gain a bit of weight, which you'll see me make up in a second. Once the water buckets have been scrubbed out, we'll just fill up the buckets so that it's ready for this evening and tomorrow morning to make life a hell of a lot easier. So I just like to be a little prepared like that. So once the water is done, I put the hose away and bring it across so that it doesn't freeze over or anything in the shelter. Then it's time for hay nets. So Thunder, Maria and Tiny all have hay nets, so I'm just going to stuff those so that it lasts the whole of the night. And then it's time to make Thunder's feed. So he gets 1.5 of Veteran Vitality for his extra feed, one of these cups, and then because of that he gets 3 cups of water because it's double the amount of water for the type of feed. So you can see I'm doing half a cup here, which is going to go into his bucket, and then another full cup.
Okay, I'm just going to pop to the shops and grab some bedding because as you can see we have like half a bag of Oreos left and we have no spare feed either, so gonna do that and then that'll be everything done. I've only kind of been driving for 2 weeks. This is private property, I'm not on the main road, so hopefully I don't crash. I got the goods, I didn't crash. Let's go put them in the feed room and then that's everything done.
I'm actually fairly impressed that I was able to bring out the Oreos bag on my own because half the time I do struggle. We normally put the newer Oreo bags at the back and then you'll see me put the feed bags on top of the hay because it's harder for rats and anything like that to come and eat them.
Well, I hope you enjoyed today's video and my step to getting a new horse is one step closer. But everything is very exciting. I hope you have good holidays and I'll see you in the next one.
It's been a minute since I found someone who makes me wanna know a thing about love. But oh my god, I'm seeing stars with you. Tend to keep myself from diving in. I got fed up with the sink or swim. But oh my god